Dear friends, today we are in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, where we are filming a series of videos for the course Exploring the Mysteries of Divine Unity, the Abrahamic Covenant as the Pathway to the Glory of God. I am joined today by Ray Estes, who will be taking us through the course. Now, throughout these chapters, we are going to be making reference to various quotations and other texts which have been included in the course to help us better understand the subject material. And now we are going to start with a prayer read by Ray.
To the youth, and since this course is really devoted to the young in heart as well as the young in age. O thou kind Lord, from the horizon of detachment, thou hast manifested souls that even as the shining moon shed radiance upon the realm of heart and soul, rid themselves from the attributes of the world of existence, and hasten forth into the kingdom of immortality. With a drop from the ocean of thy loving kindness, thou didst oft times moisten the garden of their hearts until they gained incomparable freshness and beauty. The holy fragrance of thy divine unity was diffused far and wide, shedding its sweet savors over the entire world, causing the regions of the earth to be redolent with perfume. Raise up then, O Spirit of purity, souls who, like those sanctified beings, will become free and pure, will adorn the world of being with a new raiment and a wondrous robe, will seek no one else but thee, tread no path except the path of thy good pleasure, and will speak of naught but the mysteries of thy cause. O thou kind Lord, grant that this youth may attain unto that which is the highest aspiration of the holy ones. Endow him with the wings of thy strengthening grace, wings of detachment and divine aid, that he may soar thereby into the atmosphere of thy tender mercy, be able to partake of thy celestial bestowals, may become a sign of divine guidance and a standard of the conquerors on high. Thou art the potent, the powerful, the seeing, the hearing. Habla Baha.
So I turn to Ray for his introduction.
Well, I would just like to say aloha pa to everyone, and that I just want to share a little bit. This has been quite an adventure going through, finding these various passages and interesting, shall we say, mysteries lie hidden in the depths of the Word of God. And it's led me to want to share with people the experiences that I'm seeing here, but also just briefly, it's been a journey of one extraordinary happening after another that actually started when I was a young boy. I was fascinated with what in Christianity is called the Old Testament or the Hebrew Bible, and the beautiful stories and adventures of people who stood up for God in the days when it was really rough. And then later on, I went through a period of time where I lost my way as a teenager and then regained it and became a born-again Christian. Had a wonderful, exciting time as a Christian. But I started discovering mysteries and inner understandings of the Bible that led me to believe that our understanding that we're the only ones, that Christians are the only ones that are right, brought me to a standstill. And I kept finding writings in the Bible that led me to believe that Christ never taught such a thing, that we've imposed that as Christians on Jesus Christ. And eventually that led to where the church that I belonged to could no longer tolerate my unusual way of seeing things, because it started including the possibility that God had reached out to all the peoples of the world. And as a result, I was, shall we say, asked to leave. And I wandered around from church to church until finally one day a lady accused me of being a Baha'i. And I didn't know what a Baha'i was. And she basically got me to a Baha'i fireside, much to my resistance. She had to call me a hypocrite because she said, if you really believe what you think, you'd want to know about a whole lot of people who think like you do, that God has reached out to others other than the Christians. So I went, and there I heard the most beautiful vision of reality that I had ever heard in my life. And it moved me to such that I became aware that this could be a serious thing I had to investigate. It took me 5 days of reading and praying, crying, reaching out, asking God to help me. But after the 5th day, I found myself on my hands and knees, asking God to forgive me for taking so long. I'd read 93 pages of gleanings, and the experience was overwhelming. And I became aware that I was in the Christian faith known as being raptured. I was witnessing the Word of God descending, the new reality, the new truth, the manifestation of God for this age, while I, on the other hand, was rising up to meet it. And when I recognized what's going on here, that the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings had come, my whole life was changed. In a twinkling of an eye, I saw everything differently. And that's the journey as a Baha'i to this day. That was 41 years ago. And what a ride.